Formula One, the adrenaline-fueled extravaganza with the top drivers in the world going wheel to wheel for the championship. With 24 races in the 2024 season, teams will be facing more challenges than ever before.
Alright everyone, and welcome back to another video, and it's time for my annual look at F1 Manager. Yes, well, you know, last time we only managed 2 episodes, so here's to getting to Australia this time, although we do have PTSD about what happened in Australia, and I'll explain what happens when we get to that, because I am going to get to Australia, because Williams, you know, we've got unfinished business is what happened on F1 Manager 2022. So there we go. I decided to put car development and the race just as standard as well. Might change those up if that's possible later on, potentially if it gets too easy or too difficult. We've got 3 affiliates: Zach O'Sullivan, Franco Coppola, and Luke Browning. They do have F1 Academy drivers in here. They don't have the as at the championship, so they need to get that in. Annoyingly, Leah Block, who is Ken Block's daughter, she is Williams's affiliate driver in F1 Academy. She's not in the game, so we don't actually have a female driver. So I've scouted Abby Pulling because she's the championship leader. Sebastian Montoya, he's the son of Juan Pablo Montoya. I'm also going to scout Charlie Verts as well. Both of those are in F3 at the moment, so I'll be scouting those and probably get a few more affiliates really, because I can't remember how many you got. Also R&D, having a quick look at this. None of this has really changed from last year. Affiliates is a big change because you only have reserve driver. I'd love to be able to get a few more of the affiliates in, but I guess, you know, because obviously you can choose between them as well. Our car needs a lot of work on it, to be honest. You know, Williams have gone backwards over the summer. They've only over the winter. As well, we saw in this first part of the season, they've only managed 4 parts. We're going to design a new chassis already, try and increase our top speed as well. And you know, again, I'm just guesstimating how much to just add to the CFD MAU hours. I presume there's probably some maths that you can use as well. And then here, these sliders, I'm just literally playing about, trying to make sure that we still got that greeny all turquoise on the right. Also going to do the same with a front wing as well. And just like with real life, we'll be putting all these parts on Alex Albon's car, leaving Logan Sargent with absolutely nothing. I've changed down the durability just to see as well. We'll put 1 engineer on that, and again that's going to cost us 1.8 million. I'm going to propose a contract for Montoya as an affiliate. He is happy with that. We'll put 2 seasons, and we'll give him whatever. I don't know if that's good or not. We'll give him a signing bonus, but not very much, because there we go. You know, send a proposal. We'll find out in the next episode. Sponsor negotiation, not really. Sponsors are not really there in the game. Like, this has been a big problem with the game. You got some, you know, you got some packages to choose, which I guess is probably what you want to do. You know, it does take away, because you've got a personnel to go and deal with the sponsors, obviously. But at the same time, I do think that, you know, you don't have, you know, 5-star sponsors like you did in Motorsport Manager. You don't even have the name of the sponsor as well. So yeah, it's a little bit annoying, but there we go. Obviously, just going through all of these now. They've just obviously got affiliates to do sponsor events, but again, that's going to do that. For all of these effects have got down really as well, because not everyone. I guess that's something they need to. They could feature in is, you know, some drivers are more happy to work with sponsors than others. I mean, Valtteri Bottas was loving that Uber Eats advert. But there we go. Race targets, something for Albon. We'll give him 15th or higher, because we know this car's dreadful at the moment. And then Sargent will leave as 15th and higher as well.
Will practice pay off for the drivers? Well, we're about to find out in qualifying.
Bahrain's track is dusty and abrasive, and even under the floodlights, qualifying is tough on soft tyres. Teams will need to use their tyre allocations wisely.
So I simulated practice because I can't be bothered to do that, and basically they come out with this, so I'm just literally fiddling about with the setup to try and get it in those windows as well. I think you'd be happy with that, and I've done the same with Sargent, and we'll do the 2 flying laps as well for Alex Albon as well. Now they've got a new camera on this year's game, and the camera, you know, these camera options far much better than the replay camera we've got on F124. You know, you can actually pick the camera you want to use, you know, nowhere near. I suppose you can, I know you've got to, you know, it's a bit different with F124, you've got to pick the camera, but with the replays, you know, yeah, helicopter, more having to be able to use helicopter shots as well, which I think as well, I don't know if they removed that or not, I can't remember if that was a thing or not, but yeah, we've got this new camera. It's the new T-Cam, not T-Cam, head camera as well, which F1's been using and not real life. I don't think it's got motion blur enough, but I don't know that, and I think something's happened to Sargent behind. We're just going to carry on as well. We're actually going to get a replay of that as well. Is this going to be a lockup? This has been one of my issues with the it is a lockup as well. It is one of my issues with the AI on this game, is that they do like to, when they make the mistakes, they're all the same mistake, you know, as well. Sargent, actually, I actually brought him in because he was only on 1 run, unlike Albon on 2, so I reconfigured him, sent out on the same tyres, and then I decided by mistake he was actually happy with his set of satisfaction. I could probably do a bit more traction. He probably wants a bit less traction, but and then I decided to give him 3 flying laps, which was a mistake because he's actually going to run out of time to do it in the session. I mean, he is going to go 15th, but that isn't enough, and in the end he is eliminated out in 17th. Not having the pace, I don't think. Albon 11th, you know, a second off his teammate. I think he could have done a bit better on a new set of tyres, but yeah, that's where it is. As Tsunoda has a lockup as well in qualifying. Albon on his final flying lap, unfortunately, is going to be knocked out in Q2, 13th. So yeah, a few tenths away from the top 10. A little bit annoying there, but there's work to be done, and I'm happy with where Albon is. You know, Q2 was definitely the target. As Verstappen is going to take pole by an absolute country mile, as he normally does. So yeah, well, we'll see what we can do though from the 13th and 17th on the grid. It's time for the race.
Here in Sakhir, the floodlights are on, and it's nearly time for 57 laps around the Bahrain International Circuit.
Bahrain has seen some of the most dramatic races in F1, like Sergio Perez's incredible 2020 victory, surging ahead from being last on the opening lap.
Now, quickly on race strategy, Albon, he's going to be doing 2 stops, starting on mediums and 2 sets of softs. Sargent only will be doing a 1 stop, so yes, did think about under fueling one of them, but it's just decided to play it safe.
Bahrain Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Front lights out, and away we go. Albon, hoping he can get a good start. Thinking about just leaving Sargent as he is. Albon will focus on for now. Hopefully he can get a good start as they go about 2 miles an hour to turn 1. Thank you very much. Trying to go around the inside really of Alonso there, but nothing doing there. Now Albon keeps the position as Bottas now in that horrible colour Sauber, lining up a move on Logan Sargent. Bottas probably 2 stopping. Sargent against the 1. This will be interesting to see how the tyre wear model works, and but also for Sargent, I mean, this should not have been lower take. He just didn't defend the inside, and he's down at another position already. So yeah, a little bit annoying there. Albon has lost DRS to Alonso, and yes, now we're racing both Haas cars, and he's lost out to both. DRS seems to be overpowered on this game, so this is something that we saw on F123, and it's exactly like F123 with DRS as well. And you know, Albon, the two Haas cars are going to be swapping left, right, and centre. Verstappen has the lead then ahead of Carlos Sainz as well. Sainz though will be challenging him, and that's Magnussen now with a terrible camera view, but he's actually gone past Alex Albon, out traction there. Yeah, we need to build up this car to make sure it is has a defence. As watching George Russell, he's locked up, and you know, his couple of days goes bad to worse after getting disqualified yesterday. Unfortunate for him after driving a very good strategy there. And that's Albon that might have been passed by Hulkenberg, so that is not what we want to see. But Albon will come back, so I think there is pace as well. The DRS, and just look at this, same corner with DRS, able to get past, and you know, comfortably past both Hasses. But Magnussen's going to come back now round the outside of turn 1. Will Max be able to pull this off? And the answer is, because you're watching a replay, yes, he will. So yeah, both of these are all just swapping left, right, and centre with DRS. You know, I could show you all day, but they're pretty much making the same move as well most of the time, really. And Hulkenberg though this time he's going to get in front. So yeah, they're losing time with DRS. If I was Haas, I would have pulled one of them in as well. Probably Hulkenberg. I'd have pulled him in a bit early to try and do a longer stop, maybe 2 sets of mediums. I don't know, but yeah, try and undercut as well. Russell is the one that is only undercutting though. Sargent's lost a position to Gasly again. He's been battling Gasly for a few laps now. With DRS, is Albon now is passing one of the Haas cars with DRS. His tyre should start to get better as well. So yes, as for Zhou, oh dear. I mean, he was already losing behind Sargent. He's now had a Spinala, so he's going to finish last. Hulkenberg, this is going to be an interesting corner. Down the inside, forces Albon wide, and Hulkenberg is through up to what, P10 as a few more cars start to make their pit stops. And as the two Haas cars make their pit stops, yeah, leaving Albon out there, just look at this pace from Stroll on the new set of medium tyres, comfortably able to go past. So yeah, the new tyres definitely working well, but Stroll's going to be up to more mischief with his teammate, as the two Astons have made contact as well. Alonso goes flying, even though it doesn't actually look there was that much contact there as well. Albon is going to be coming in then at the end at lap 23. It's going to be the new sets off earlier. The new sets, the used set, haven't done very many laps. That's my bad, because there should have been 2 new sets, but I made a mistake in Q2 and used 2 new sets instead of 1. As Alonso's got a penalty for that collision with Stroll. So yeah, first pit stop. Let's see. Hopefully this is a good pit stop as well. We're not really seeing. I haven't really seen any of the 1.9, so that would be lovely to see. But for us, it's a 2.6 second pit stop, and yeah, which isn't too bad. It could be better, could be worse. It's going to put Albon down, way down the order. P19, only just in front of Haas car. So in hindsight, I think that the tyre wear is like F123 as well, to be honest. Yeah, so that is something, you know, I'm going to be deploying those 2023 tactics. ERS I actually found just to leave in neutral as well. They've got that ERS assist, push assist. What's his Albon doing? He's made contact with Ocon. He's lucky there's no damage. You know, but his driver confidence is now very low after that, and he's still behind Ocon, which is a shame for him. Ocon has damage. He's given Ocon damage as well. He's going to have DRS down this main straight. Can he get past, 7/10 behind? Incident involving Albon Ocon, no penalties given. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the FIA there, as Albon's not able to get past, but he is closing half a second. He did close a half a second gap on Ocon there, and Albon down the inside of Ocon at turn 4. But that's not going to be a permanent move, and Albon's still stuck behind Ocon on lap 31 as well. Bit of a slow stop for Sargent, 2.9. He makes his one and only stop onto a set of halves. And I think for him now, A, Sargent's pace hasn't been fantastic, but B, as Albon finally gets past Ocon, and then he's sort of regained a bit of his confidence because he's instantly passed Gasly as well. So I've put the pace up on the softs. Seems that we got a bit more tyre wear to play with, which is good. And that is Carlos Sainz making an early stop for his second stop as well onto a set of mediums, as Albon makes light work of Bottas as well, and now Albon has got his stride back and is comfortably starting to make his get in the groove there and chase down the Haas car. Magnussen. Hulkenberg has made an early stop as well, as that is a mistake for Daniel Ricciardo. It's unfortunate for the Australian as well, the man who once, of course, could be racing in Red Bull, as well as Alex Albon comes into the pits then with 15 laps to go to make his final stop onto another set of softs. No George Russell type strategy there working out. Sargent's only just in front of Ocon, really. I've just left Sargent to it, to be honest. And that's the thing with this game. I do want to have the drivers to drive what they feel like. If they want to over push the tyres, then they can do as well. But obviously you just need warnings, I think, really, from the engineer, or a little bit of dialogue. You're pushing the tyres too hard, we're below the expecting, need to save tyres. As Albon finally gets past Magnussen after chasing for many laps there. He's finally passed Magnussen. Magnussen's not going to be able to attack him to turn 4. But, Hulkenberg is far too far in front. The only other battle we've got to watch is Piastri versus Perez. As well, Perez goes defensive but doesn't cover the inside. There's a bit of contact between Piastri and Perez. As well, Piastri comes in front, but Perez will get the DRS down to turn 4 back in front. Onto the final lap, Piastri ran the outside this time, can't make the move work. Now I'll have DRS down to turn 4 as well, down the inside of Perez, but Perez keeps it through. Fair play to Perez on the outside through turn 4s and 5 through the S section, and Perez keeps the position. Wonderful defending there by Sergio Perez to keep P5 as well. For Albon, the P14, I'm a little bit disappointed. We kind of fight P13, but just the pace. I think the strategy, I was expecting a bit more from those older tyres, but it seems that they've got the F123 tyre model where as soon as you've got older tyres, you're losing position. Potentially, you could look to 3-stop, as well, potentially. That is something that we might be trying out with Sargent in the next episode. I think that with Albon, we just got to try and copy the AI strategy. Go with plan A for Albon and see where he ends up, because I think we could have got in front of Hulkenberg, been a lot closer to Stroll as well. Yes, obviously our consistent pace, whether or not we would have had that pace on these soft tyres, but there we go. So we're in 8th in the Constructors, isn't too bad. It's something to work on. RB getting points isn't, we are in a battle with the likes of RB, Haas, Aston Martin though, with that capitulation. Didn't do that, as we do get 6 points in the DHL fastest lap as well. But yes, that is where I'm going to leave it today's episode. If you have enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe to the channel for news. See plenty more F1 Manager 24 and other F1 24 videos. I will point out that I don't know what the upload schedule of this series is going to be like. It will be whether I feel like it, really, as well as the focus. I don't want to say the focus on F1 24, but I do want to be mods. But maybe we'll bring mods to this series as well. If you've got any ideas for old Williams liveries, or you want to try, and I'm not promising anything because I've never modded this game at all in as well. Let me know what liveries you want to see in the comments below, and I think I might try some, some old classic Williams liveries over the course of the season. My plan is to try and get one season done, 24 episodes. I think that is doable over the course of the year as well. But until the next video, then, I'll see you next time. Take care, thanks so much for watching, enjoy your day, and goodbye.